everyone, and welcome back to another episode. So today we are going to be reading, continue reading Pain of Remembrance by Sammy Snowflake, Chapter 4. This is where we left off last time, so let's get into it. Brian's point of view. Chris, my body let out a painful twinge. Chris, you need to wake up. And yet, the twinge being the first thing I felt since I've been in this dark, black void. How long has it been? More pain traveled throughout my core. A week? A day? It's hard to tell in here. The pain began to intensify, as if someone was pounding me with a crusher. I couldn't scream. I couldn't yell. I couldn't crawl into myself. Shut up, Brian. If I could have, I would have screamed. If I could. A small blur of white and purple flickered amongst the black. Go away. Can't you see I'm busy? I don't know how, but I managed to move my head to the side, effectively avoiding the blur. Dang it, Brian, I don't want to play. I felt my vision, making it almost impossible to see. Stop acting like such a child. I could feel myself moving. Running? To where? I don't know. But the red faded away. This isn't a joke, Brian. This is serious. I ran deeper into the void. With each step I took, excruciating pain ran up my spine. Chris, you need to calm down. Don't you remember me? A painful jolt made my head pound. I could hear blood rushing to my ears. Do you remember them? Do you remember him? Suddenly my body froze. All of the pain seeping away. It took me a second to realize I was falling. Streaks of purple, red, and blue surround me. He blames himself, you know. But that's the thing. You don't know. I tried to look down. But once again, my movement was restricted. But somehow, I knew I was falling. It's okay. I'll make you remember. The void around me was becoming colder. I could feel myself becoming dizzy. It wasn't until now that I realized yellow had made it amongst purple, red, and blue. I will put you back together. Daddy! I cried, banging my fists against the locked door of my bedroom. Michael! Mommy! It seemed like I had been screaming for hours, my fists growing more red the harder I hit the door. Someone please let me out. I stilled as I heard footsteps running down the hall. Stopping in front of my door. Chris? Are you okay? I couldn't help but sob. I couldn't help the sob that escaped my chest as the sound of my older sister's voice. Izzy, help me. Let me out, please. I couldn't stop the tears. That had no doubt stained my face. If Michael had been here, he would have told me to shut up before hitting my door. I heard the door handle click. Elizabeth throwing the door open. Chris, why was your door locked? I ran towards her, wrapping my arms around her waist. Daddy locked me in. He said he'd let me out when he gets home. I felt Elizabeth wrap her arms around me protectively. Now why would Dad do that? She rested her forehead and in my hair. I could feel her long red hair tickle my face. He said I can't go to Freddy's no more. I got mad and he said I was bad. Slowly, she pulled away from the hug. Her bright green eyes seemed seemed to glow as she knelt down to my level. Shh, it's okay. You're not bad. I felt my lip quiver as tears stilled. Izzy sighed. Looking down the hall, the TV could be heard. How about this? She said, standing up. You go get Fredbear, and you can play in my room, okay? She spun me around so I could face my room. Slowly I nodded, walking back to my bed, Fredbear watching me as I grabbed him. She was always protective over you. I began to make my way towards the door. This was the last time. She smiled. I glared at the stuffed rabbit in my hands. The longer I looked at it, the more I wanted to throw it across the circus tent. 2 weeks. 2 weeks since Brian had been in that hospital. 2 weeks since with no news. And 2 long, painful weeks of constant anger and worry from the other people I called family. I tried to stay out of the crossfire, opting to stay in my tent. Baby, I turned my head to see my mother at the entrance of my tent, her metal face scrunched up in a worry. Are you okay? I turned back to my bunny, putting my head down. I'm fine, Mama. I heard her enter the tent. Slowly, she made her way over, sitting next to me. Oh, I don't think that's true. I have something for you. It wasn't until I realized she had something behind her back. I kept my head down, but moved my eyes to her. A stuffed toy was in her hands. Not just any stuffed toy. It was Brian's. With shaky hands, I took the plush away from my mom. I thought you'd like to keep this while Brian's away. I know how much you care about him. I smiled slightly. The plush was a slightly chubbier version of the business owner. I sighed and lifted my head up. Thank you, Mama. Laura smiled, wrapping me in a hug. You're welcome, darling. Alright, that was chapter 4. Alright, let's do chapter 5 and hopefully chapter 6. We'll see. Rain pounded against the windows with terrible force. Lightning flashed, threatening to knock out the power. All I could do was watch the chaos unfold outside. Both Elizabeth and Michael were at school, and who knew what William was doing? A loud clap of thunder shook the house. I couldn't help but flinch at the loud noise. I never liked loud noises. Neither did Mommy. As if broken from my trance, I turned my head to face my youngest son. His hair was a mess from just waking up from his nap, his gray and black shirt slightly wrinkled. His face was stained with tears as he held Fredbear close to his chest. Oh, Chris. I sighed, moving to kneel next to him. What's wrong, honey? He sniffed loudly. I could tell he was shaking slightly. I could see that he was shaking slightly. This guy is too loud. He hiccuped up, burying his face into the yellow bear. I felt myself melt the longer I stared at my baby's tear-stricken face. I walked closer on my knees, the attention getting a little giggle out of the child. When Chris was in arm's length, I pulled him into a hug. More giggles escaped Chris's mouth. That was until another clash of thunder shook the house. I felt the little boy tense in fear. All sounds of joy suddenly gone. Shh. I tried my best to soothe my youngest. It was almost commercial. It was almost comical. How like Chris and I were. We both disliked storms, hated seeing others hurt, and loved to dance. While Elizabeth shared my love for baking, Chris was the only one who helped me with everything else. It's okay, baby. It's just noises. It can't hurt us. He sunk deeper into my arms, his sob continuing. It's just, I tried to think of something that could help comfort my scared child. Angel's bawling. His little head poked out from my arm. Really? He flinched at the noise. Yes, really. Thunder was becoming louder. See? An angel just made a strike. Chris giggled, wiping his runny nose on my shirt. Oh, that's lovely. He began to laugh, trying to get out of my grasp. What? You think you can do that and then leave? I grabbed him with both arms. He laughed, the storm now forgotten. I began to tickle the little munchkin. A loud squeal echoed throughout the house as they let Chris go, running away, still giggling. It was such a dreary day. It seemed as if rain would never stop pouring. All the animatronics had to scatter at the first sight of rain that fell. Most of us were able to make it to the hotel. Others, finding shelter in multiple stores, a loud clash of thunder made me flinch. I never liked loud noises, even when I was a human. I sat next to the window, watching the raindrops fall down the clear glass. Mama? If I had a heart, it would have clenched at a familiar tone. Are you okay? I turned my head to see Baby watching me closely. I'm fine, darling. Just missing Brian is all. She nodded, sitting down beside me, the plush of Brian securely in her arms. I miss him too. I hope he's okay. Her electric green eyes seemed to look in deep thought. I know he doesn't like storms. She held a plushie tight in her, almost strangling the poor thing. Neither did your brother. I sighed, returning to the falling rain. Said the sky was too loud. Baby made no sign of acknowledgement, just kept her gaze trained on the floor. I didn't have a heart to try and comfort her. Not now. We both sat in silence, just watching the rain and thunder. A clap of thunder suddenly shook the building. Shh. Lightning flickered for a second, but never going off. What was that? Baby screamed, her eyes scared. Putting aside my own feelings, I wrapped my mechanical arms around my middle child. A strike. Alright. Chapter 6. Brian's point of view. The last one was Blora. I don't think I said that. So this is gonna make up for that. The light hurt my eyes as I tried to open them, but honestly, it was the least of my worries. Red Bear, I called out hoarsely. A little yellow bear seemed to appear at the end of the hospital bed, which I just realized I was in. The bear stared at me with its cold, unforgiving black eyes, yet despite that, it still had the sense of comfort to it. Still, you do remember. Its voice seemed to echo in the small room, even though I was sure that was the only one I could hear it. Where am I? I tried not to panic, but the pain was starting to increase. Why does everything hurt so bad? The bear's face never changed, but I could hear the worry in his voice. You were in the hospital. You fell off a roller coaster. Remember? I tried to shake my head no, but pain in my neck seemed to explode. Don't move. You're lucky you didn't almost die again. I tried to keep as still as possible, and yet I still wanted to move. I could see the little white shine in Fredbear's eyes shift towards the door. The nurses will be in soon. Your leg broke on impact. Your face was smashed into the ashen plate. The shine shifted as if looking at me. And your wound reopened. They're going to rush in and prod you, asking questions on how and why. Do you want me to stay? They won't hear me. I tried to soak it all in. This time, instead of nodding my head, I let out a weak yes. For a second, the yellow teddy bear seemed to disappear, and for that second, I thought it was nothing more than a hallucination. But when it appeared under my right arm, I could feel his arm clutch for under what seemed to be little skin that exposed my body. Your family's thinking of you. I won't breathe my breath itch. I don't have a family. I was an orphan after I woke up from my first coma. I could hear the malice in my voice. As if shaking his head in pity, Fredbear shifted my arm. Your sister won't let go of your toy. Your mother sits in your office waiting. It's amazing. Even your brother's aware of you being here. Yet, they haven't to realize why they care so much. I could feel Fredbear sink more into my body. They won't see you for who you are until you remember. A twinge of anger boiled within me. Yet, despite that, I bit my tongue, from spitting out a retort. Suddenly the door creaked open. A young nurse with short, wine-colored hair stepped in. Hello, Mr. Films, she smiled, not yet looking at me. I'm just here to check up on you. How are... Her navy blue eyes widened as she met mine. Oh my stars, you're awake! I'm sure if she had been holding something, it would have been on the floor. Suddenly, she turned back towards the door and bolted down the hall. Dr. Alfred, he's awake! Mr. Films is awake! If I wasn't in such pain, I'd probably laugh at the woman's antics. Your sister's been thinking of your brother as well. Kept my eyes forward, not trying to listen to the yellow plush. Your brother is coming to visit you. The nurse rushed back into the middle-aged man and in tow. See, I told you he was awake. The man, who I assumed to be was Dr. Alfred, chuckled. His handlebar mustache moved. Yes, you did. Thank you, Nurse Sammy. The doctor checked me over. The hyperactive nurse, helping wherever she could. I tried to answer the questions, but I could only do a few before a yawn escaped my mouth. Well, looks like we tuckered the poor lad out. Dr. Alfred sighed, standing up. You seem to be healing properly. We will take our leave for the night. He headed towards the door. The nurse followed, but stopped at the door. And don't forget, if you need any of us, press the red button on your bed. Good night, Mr. Films. I felt my eyes begin to drift. I know you don't see it now, but you'll remember your family. Something warm to take away the pain. Michael is coming tomorrow, and I hope you remember. I will put you back together. The voice becoming more distant. The black boy that I'd been to many times seemed to feel so welcoming. But just before I could travel to sleep time junction, I could hear Fredbear say a name. Chris. Yeah, that was chapters 4, 5, and 6. Next week, or soon, hopefully, we'll do chapters 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 18 chapters, so we should be able to get through that. Well, 17, actually. If you don't count, thank you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reading of this. This story is such a joy to read. I like it so much. All right, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care. Bye bye.